Sure, I can give an opening statement. We're excited about the game. I'm happy with the way our players are preparing for it. Had a couple of good practices this week. Did a good job Saturday morning when we came in and worked. So obviously they're excited about the game, and it's something we're looking forward to and going out and performing and playing hard.
What should be Will's focus as he goes into this game?
He just needs to focus on executing the offense. I think he's done a real nice job in practice and in the meeting room, understanding what looks we expect to see. You're always going to see something new as a quarterback, but we're working hard on the looks we expect to see. And he just needs to go in and focus and go through his progressions and execute the offense. And he's very capable of doing that. He's got to do it consistently with all 11 guys, really.
Does he seem more consistent?
Yeah, he's had a good week of practice. He's snapping the ball and throwing it well. So he's done a good job. I think we've looked as sharp here in the last couple of weeks as we have. Obviously, it's fun to have Devontae back out there. I felt like coming out of the last game against North Carolina State, that was the closest we looked to our offense, being able to do the things we like to do on offense.
What's different with Devontae now? What did that extra week help him as far as getting back?
Yeah, he's looked really good yesterday and today. Last week, or the week 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, going into the North Carolina State game, you saw glimpses of it, and you're thinking, okay, how much is he going to be able to go out there, and how well is he going to be able to perform? And obviously, he went way above our expectations in that game. But the last couple of days, he's really looked back to himself and really exploding after the catches, and it feels a lot better for him. You can see that, and then he's also said that.
What about the rest of the healthier team with James Quick and the rest of them all?
They've all practiced the last 2 games, so we feel good about them both being out there ready to go.
What sort of things from Florida State are you guys game planning for that worry you the most?
Well, when you look at their offense, they're very balanced. They can run the ball, they can throw it deep. So obviously you first have to stop the run. That's the most important part of defense, is to stop the run and try to make them get behind the sticks. And then we're going to have to be able to play tight coverage and rush the quarterback. He's a difficult guy to tackle and bring down, so we have to have discipline in our lanes and mix things up. I think that's the thing, is we've been good at doing that. We got to just go play our defense, I think, is the biggest thing.
You play against some pretty incredible quarterbacks in the past. Does he compare to anybody in particular? Who does he remind you of?
I mean, they're all different, and they're all, good, really good players. And, he has a real quick release. He makes good decisions. He's very decisive with his decision-making. So it's going to be important for us to really be good with the coverage and be tight on the coverage and put pressure on him, not let him have the good passing lanes.
You guys decided who's going to get the start in the backfield? We've got a lot of healthy guys back there.
Oh, we got another day of practice, so we always worry about that after our Thursday practice, which actually is, a Tuesday this week. So, yeah, we'll just go let it practice and see how they all do.
Are you pretty healthy there? I mean, Derek was saying yesterday as healthy as maybe you.
Yeah. Radcliffe is back going full speed, which is great to see. He's had an issue with his toe that's bothered him on and off, and he's back there competing hard. Dom looks good. Michael looks even better than he did before the North Carolina State game. So LJ's ankle's better. So we're getting back healthy where we need to be.
Bobby, yesterday Derek and Will were pretty adamant about saying that this is, it's number 2, but it's just another game. Is that the way you approach it with everybody? I mean, it's a big game for you, but how do you approach it, and what do you tell your guys?
Yeah, I mean, they all understand what the stakes are, but what I want them to really do is enjoy it. Enjoy the experience of having the number 2 team in the country coming in here, how you go through preparing for it, how you get ready when we go to the hotel, and just enjoy the whole experience. But all our routines and everything that we go through are the same. We're not changing anything. We're not trying to do anything extra. We just go through our preparation and get ready for kickoff. And I think that's the number one thing we got to do, is just calm down and understand, we need to be ready when we kick the ball off.
How do you get-
not tomorrow, not Wednesday when kickoff's here. So, and I think, with experience and opening the season with Miami, all those things help us.
How do you get guys to calm down if you sense they are maybe too excited? Or
Yeah, I think they're pretty good about it. Again, I think just to have an experienced team that we have, and the fact that these guys have played in big games, and the opening game of the year was a big game for us. So you just kind of go back and go through your routine, learn how to relax, and get yourself ready for kickoff.
You have coached against a couple of top 5 teams when you were here the first time. Is there a noticeable difference at all in sort of the atmosphere or vibe that you get from your guys when they're preparing for those games?
Yeah, it's different. Obviously the intensity, the focus, in practice is better, and guys are excited about it. They're all working hard out there. But again, it's just getting into your routine and working at knowing how to prepare for a game.
You talked about the atmosphere of that opening game. Do you expect what you'll see Thursday night to be even crazier out here with the fans and the uniforms, the different style and everything?
I was going to say it would be hard to be crazier, but I once said it would be hard to be louder, and I don't want to get anybody mad at me. So let's say it's going to be real, real crazy.
What do you see from them defensively that really concerns you?
They're very physical up front. They got 2 big guys inside, and they do a good job in their secondary with their coverage. They don't do a lot, but they do it real well. And then on third down, they do a lot. So I think the biggest thing for us is to be able to execute and convert third downs. If we're doing that, I feel like we'll have some success.
You've got a guy like their quarterback, you can do everything right and he can still make a play. Is there a focus for the defense in that situation?
Yeah, to play one play at a time. Yeah, that's a great point. You gotta be able to play one play at a time, and the whole team does. We have to understand that when you're in games like this, the momentum swing back and forth. They got great players. They're going to make plays. We're going to make plays. The most important plays is the next one, and to be able to focus and concentrate on doing your job the next play.
Louisville's offensive line seems to be improving. How have they graded out over the past several weeks?
We've gotten better. Yeah, we've gotten better. We've been more consistent with our assignments. We're utilizing our technique better, and we've been finishing better. So, and we've had 2 good weeks of practice.
How do you, when you watch this team, they've obviously kept winning, but they've won a lot of really close games. What do you think it is about FSU that has allowed them to kind of just get over that hump?
Well, there's not a big difference between winning and losing, and they know how to win. They've got guys in their program. They've got confidence in coming from behind. So you have to learn how to win, and obviously they know how to do that. So we have to be in the game in the 4th quarter and have an opportunity to win it in the 4th quarter, and I believe our guys will be confident in the fact that we'll get it done then.
We've been in a scramble mode for like a month with injuries and you've had about a couple weeks now where it's kind of been stable. What's that been like? Has that benefited you guys?
Yeah, most definitely. And you're right, it was a kind of a scramble mode. We had guys dropping and different guys in there. I think our guys handled it well. I thought when we had to have change at quarterback that everyone rallied around Reggie, and he handled it very maturely, and we were able to win a couple games, him as the starting quarterback, and did a nice job for us. Had different running backs in there and without Devontae, so it's nice to have all our weapons back, and hopefully we'll go out and show that we know how to execute with them.
One more? Anybody?
In Devontae's case, what did he do to, I guess, work back, and what did you see in him almost mentally to stay focused and not get too discouraged during a time like that?
Yeah, he's amazing, really, because most guys would have been down right away and, real disappointed, but he had a good attitude right from the start. He showed really good maturity, worked extremely hard with our medical staff, and, hit the target dates that they had set for when you get to run, when you get to do this, when you get to do that, and just stayed with a great mental attitude the whole time. He had a little setback when we first came back and thought we might get him ready for the Clemson game, I guess. But after that, he just stayed at it, and it's amazing how positive a person he is.
What would a win over a team that's ranked as high as FSU, as if any national champions, what would it mean for Louisville as a program?
I mean, these are the games we want to play in and compete in, and we'd like to be in the top rankings and have, you know, #1 team come in here and play us. You know, that's where we're aspiring to go. So it would be a look at our program and get one step closer to where we want to get to.
All right. Coach.
Thank you.